Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday, and we are here at the MTN Arena Lugogo. We are having the ladies' games Serie A match, KCB versus Kcca. And I think so many people have been looking forward to this match. Kcca has had a good run, of course, except that loss they had up against UPDF 3-1. And KCB also having one loss in the league that they received against Sportes last week on Wednesday, 3-0 loss. And we shall be looking to see how this matchup is going to be. And KCB, of course, looking to maintain, to push themselves to get back to winning. And Kcca also wanting to keep themselves in the top position here this evening. So it's going to be an interesting game. And we can see Kcb-Nkumba starting up with a great play for themselves. I didn't mention the lineups. We are having Eunice, Joan, Atim, Shamim, Maggie for Kcca, and for Kcb-Nkumba or Dermot, the starting setter Habiba is on as well. We have Grace, we have Dina, Jennifer, and Nancy there in the middle. Big swing from Jennifer. And this time it's a free ball. Joan goes for that one. Eunice goes for the dump, and it's an error. That ball goes in the net. Kcca really starting with the struggle here against Kcb. They have not yet gotten into their game, still struggling a little bit. But it's very early game. We can still see changes later on. Tough pick there. It's a little bit of miscommunication between the libero and Shamim, and they are unable to keep that ball in play. Kcca now being forced to call a very early timeout since they are 5 points behind. I see Charles saying Kcca is still warming up. Well, we don't know if they are still warming up or not, but I know the game is really going well for the side of Kcb. They're having an interesting start, and I think that is a start that Coach Tony will want to see, and he will want his team to maintain it since suffering that terrible loss against Sportes last week. Yeah. But of course, Kcca as well, they've really had a good run in the league, so we don't know them as a team that gives up, and I think they're going to keep pushing. It's just the start of this game, but I can't actually predict this game this evening. I think it's going to be an interesting one, very tough. All we can do is wait and see how it's going to end. Good pick from Shamim. Setter goes to Eunice. Oh, she tries to go down the line, and that's another error from her. The block is there. She's struggling to see how to get that ball on court. The setter continues to go to her, and I think Eunice needs to find a way to side out for her team, because having Maggie up in 4 as well, the setter isn't looking to give her that ball. Tough pick. It's a free ball, and Kcb oh, it's tough. They're unable to send back that free ball. It wasn't well picked. The setter as well delays to move for that one. I think a little bit of miscommunication, and they don't get that ball. Now, Kcca finally getting that break. We see Akanyo coming onto the front court. This is one of the best lineups that they have on their front row, and they need to be able to use it if they are to close this gap. But that's a good pick from Grace. The setter goes to Jennifer behind. Beautiful swing from her. She's able to rip through that block of Agnes and Maggie and gets that point. Good service. Oh, Habiba sending back that block. The setter did not jump. She is backward, but I think the touches on that ball were more than necessary. Kcb now sitting at 10 points and having the service. It's a good serve. Tough pick there for Maggie. Oh, tough pick for Shamim, but Maggie comes in with a swing and rips through the block. A good play from her, giving her team that side out. Now Eunice is going onto the backcourt, and that means we shall have the setter on the front row for Kcca's side. Kcca getting that ace service from Eunice. I think that is a much needed point to build their confidence and push them with such a bad start they've had this evening. Getting an ace service right now is something that can push them, and you can see the morale now starting to build up on court. It's another good service. Good pick from Grace. Setter goes for the backcourt, but Agnes is just waiting on that block, sort of like a wall, and she just sends that ball back down onto the KCB side. And I think Grace didn't go as aggressive enough on it. Aggie is just waiting for it on that net and shuts it down. She's a very aggressive blocker. She's there in that position. She knows she's there to block the opponent, and that is exactly what she does. And we are yet to see her coming in with swings as well through the middle. Kcb now calling a timeout as well. Both teams calling very, very early timeouts. I think Coach Tony doesn't want to let go of that lead that they already have. He wants to continue to maintain it, and let's see if they are able to keep up. Of course, online, Aloyo Monica, player for KCB as well, saying one love for Kcb-Nkumba. Good luck. Thank you for watching, Monica. Again, good service from Eunice. She's just sending that ball over. Habiba comes off with that slight hit. She is blocked. Nancy sending it back over. It's a free ball for Kcca. The setter goes to Maggie. Beautiful swing. The ball is kept alive. Habiba coming in very hard. That is still kept alive. The setter goes to her again. This time through the hands of Joan on the block, and she gets that side out. KCB going now to 11 points. I think that is the side out that Coach Tony has been looking for, because he felt the lead getting threatened by Kcca. But like I said, it's still a very early game. It's just starting, and KCB needs to do so much more to maintain that lead that they are having at the moment. And Kcca needs to do so much more to catch up, because KCB is here. They want this, especially with that loss that they had last week. Oh, little bit of miscommunication on the reception. Oh, it's a free ball for KCB. Well picked. The setter will go to Agnes. Oh, ball is kept alive. Setter goes to the backcourt. Shamim, big swing from the backside, and she gets it. Wonderful side out for Kcca. I didn't expect that backcourt, that pipe from Shamim, but she puts that energy on it. And now she's on the front court, and I know her as well as she's an aggressive outside attacker, and she'll be bringing in the hit. Good service, tough pick there for Jennifer. It's a free ball for Kcca. Eunice comes in to pick that ball, but it's an overpass, and it's just sent back by Nancy. And I think Coach Eddie is really a little bit disappointed on that one, because Kcca is chasing, and they need to be able to take chance and use as many free balls as they get from KCB. Service, this time Damali giving a good catch. The setter goes to Shamim. Big swing off the hands on the block, and she gets that side out. Kcca now getting the chance to serve again. Agnes, also a good server, is going into that service box, and she is a risk taker while there. But KCB is seeming really, really composed with themselves. Service from Agnes. It's well picked by Grace. She takes that big swing off the block, and she gets it. And you can see as she goes for that swing, she really, really wants to get that side out and get the server out of that service box, because when Aggie gets in that service box and charges, she's going to really, really make it difficult for the opponent. But KCB still holding on to their lead. It's a good service. Maggie picks it quite well. Beautiful swing through the middle. That is from her team. Habiba off the backcourt. Shamim down the line. Jennifer doesn't seem to know how she was able to get down that line because she's having the higher block on the line, but Shamim still finds a way through and takes that ball hard to the setter. And that is the fire that she's bringing on for her side. She's bringing on the aggressive hits. And I think that is what Kcca needs right now to be able to get the side outs, because Kcb is a very defensive team. They will defend those balls if you don't go hard. But that is an ace service from John. 3 ace services for Kcca so far. Tough pick. Oh, is it another one? It's a free ball. Shamim. Again, she will go big on that swing. It's a free ball. Once again, this time she goes cross-court and she gets that point. Habiba unable to keep it in play. But that, I'm going to keep mentioning it, that is what Shamim is bringing for the Kcca side. And that is why she's there as their receiver attacker. She's going hard on every single ball, off system, on in system. She's really going very hard, and that shows that she wants to close this gap. And Kcca has brought it down almost to 2 now. Jennifer comes in with that big hit. Oh, it's kept alive. It's a free ball. The setter takes it. Ball goes to Grace. Big swing. The block is there waiting. This time going to Jennifer. It's an error from her, and Kcca now closing the gap to 1 point. It's 12-13. We saw that that gap was quite big at the start of this game. It went to 8 points, 6 points, and now it's just 1 point. The server is really pushing them, and that is the setter, Joanne. She's sending that ball. She knows she has the space and just pacing it. And you can see it's an ace service from her. That is the 4th ace service and 2 for John. And Kcca has actually caught up in this game. And like I mentioned, both teams had called very early timeouts. So I don't know what Coach Tony could be thinking. Maybe he could be considering calling his second timeout. But the game is still very young and he could need it later. But now Kcca has caught up and it's 13-13. Service, Habiba struggling with it. It's a free ball on the block. Eunice is just there waiting for it. There is a net fall from Jennifer. Beautiful play. Kcca is enjoying, and the morale, the push has now really risen on their side. It's like they've reawakened, and the game is just starting now. Good serve this time. Habiba getting a good catch. Grace, very hard swing off the hands of Shamim, and finally Kcb getting that side out. But it's been a good service run for Joanne. She closed that gap all the way, and now both teams are on 14 points. This is where the game starts, ladies and gentlemen. Adupa Ronald online saying, I love the way Kcca is catching up. It's really interesting because ladies' games are interesting games. You never know what to expect. And now the setter getting the middles going. This is going to be a little troublesome for Kcb, because we see Dina is in the middle there, and she needs to stick to her man. We've seen the setter going to Shamim so many times, and I think Dina didn't quite expect that ball to go to a team in the middle. Now Shamim is on the service. It's a good serve, good pick from Grace. Habiba, this time very big swing down the line. You can feel the power in that swing. She wants to get that side out, and quite quick from her. It's very rare for a left-handed player to be going to attack down the line in position 4, but Habiba is just that player that will do that, and we will see it several times. Good pick from Shamim. Through the middle again. This time it doesn't work. That is an error. A team doesn't take that ball over onto the other side. And KCB finally back in the lead. Just 1 point. We'll take a look again. You can see a team didn't quite get that ball over onto the other side. Good pick from Maggie. The setter goes to Eunice. Big swing from her, but Grace is there waiting. Maggie sends that ball back. It's an overpass. She sends it back quickly. Kcca doesn't want that ball on their side, and KCB as well. But Maggie says we don't need that this side, and sends it back quickly. I see Coach Sharon as well supporting her team online, saying, let's go Kcca. Yes, tough pick. The setter forcing a back set to Jennifer. Is that ball? No, it's actually out. It's an error. KCB thought that ball was on, but that is an error from Jennifer. She seems to be struggling today, getting her swings in. She has only made 1 point since the start of this game from all the sets that she has received. And now Coach Tony calling his second timeout at 17-16. Hopefully it could work out for him, because having more momentum than KCB at the moment, because they came from behind and made that comeback. So I think KCB also has a lot to talk about, to think about, to see how they can be able to score. But it's been impressive how Kcca has made that big comeback. And Kayanja Ibrahim online saying, lesson to learn, both offense and defense require patience. And I agree with you, Ibrahim. As you play this game, you don't need to rush. You need to be calm and collected, and take time and just play patiently, because the moment you start to rush, that is a service error from a team, and KCB getting that side out very quickly and free. Jennifer now going into the service box, and she's also quite an aggressive server. But that ball was really on the outside, and substitution coming in. I think Coach Tony will be looking to make a double substitution. That is Scovia getting onto the court. And I think after that service from Jennifer, we could see Auma coming on as well. Setter forcing that ball. Big swing from Akanyo Agnes in the middle. It's off system, but she goes very hard for it. And she gets it. That is the fire that I was talking about, that she is bringing on. Take a look at that play once more. The setter connects it. Very high ball. Very good hit for her. And it's just unexpected. She takes a big swing on it and gets that point. Kcca now continuing to keep themselves with that 1 point lead. Service from Eunice. This time Habiba able to control it. The setter goes to her. It's a dump. Smart play from her. The libero couldn't get to that one, and neither could Joan. So KCB now closing that gap once more. And Habiba is going into the service. We are having Grace on the front court. We are having Scovia and Nancy as well. And I want to see what decision Auma is going to make as a setter. But I think she could go to Grace more. Setter choosing the back court for Eunice. Grace not giving a free ball, but Shamim is just sitting in that back court. And Maggie, slight touch. She forces an error on the KCB side. The blockers make a fault on the net, and Kcca gets that much needed side out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading to the 20-point mark, and the game is still just going point by point. I don't know where this ends, really. A con Brenda online saying, let's go Nkumba. Oh, it's an error from Auma. She tries to set that ball, but it goes over onto the other side. And like I mentioned, Agnes is just there on that block. And Maggie as well. And Shamim, sorry. They're just on that net. They're not leaving until they see you're sending the ball like with a dig or something. Second ace service, I think, there for It's another ace service for Maggie as well. Kcca just handing out ace services in this game. I think that could be like 6 or 7. We shall see the stats later at the end of the set to confirm. But they've now pushed the lead to 3 points, and this is where it gets very tough. Who is more patient? Who is calm and collected? And who wants this set more is the one who is going to take it. Shamim shut down. Finally, Kcb able to get in that block. Nancy and Scovia getting it in. But Kcb is a team that plays on the net, and it's the team that relies so much on their net defense. And if that doesn't work, they tend to struggle. So Kcca needs to find a way to get through that. And they have tried to get some ace services. They've tried to go through the middle. Oh, Joan there waiting for it. Those are 4 touches from Kcb. Beautiful play, and the referee also calls a carry. And setters need to be very alert. This is what you're talking about. You want your setter to be watching closely to understand which position they are in when they are on court as well. Kcb now making the substitution. I think they want to keep the libero a little bit out because the liberos have struggled with the defense and passing. So Grace has come on for Nancy to play that position. But the passing is still a little bit tough. There goes another error from Scovia on that swing. She tries to send that ball overhead and just sends it in the net. It's frustration, I think, for the side of Kcb with the great start that they had, big range of points, and now they're just trailing by 4 points. Kcca looking for 2 to take this set away. Agnes tries to go very hard on that service but doesn't get it. It's an error from her. And Kcb will be glad to hit that 20-point mark because it gives them a chance to fight. But double substitution now being reversed, but first it's Jennifer getting back on that front court, and that is a blocking strategy that Kcb is using. It's a free ball for Kcb, but it's not well picked. It's an off-system set. Grace comes in hard with that big swing, and she gets that point. Kcb still continuing to keep themselves in this game, in that service box. And Kcb is the team that will hand out free balls, send that ball back and defend you on the net. So you should be able to find a way to score the moment you get the moment you get that free ball. You should be able to score. It's another tough serve, but Eunice just gets it. Oh, tough set from Jo, and an error from her on the set. And now Kcb closing that gap. They are just looking for 1 point to get it. Scovia having a good service run. She's risking it, and she's just sending that ball very hard. Kcca calling their second timeout. I think it's much needed right now because they had a good lead of 4 points sitting at 23, and now it's just 1 point. They need to be able to at least get the next point after this timeout. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a lot of pressure on both sides. Oh, Shamim going for the dump, and she gets that side out. It is set point for Kcca. I think this time she decided not to go very hard on that swing. The block is there. It is very high. And we see the setter now coming on, Scovia going out, completing that double substitution reversal. I think this set is still on, guys. Kcca. Oh, but that service is good. Grace doing what she's on court for. And Grace now getting that swing. Is that ball on? The referee calls a touch on Maggie as she tries to avoid that ball. It was going out. The referee calls a touch. I don't know. I thought that was on the block. That it seems to be on Maggie. And like I said, the game was still on. Kcb saving that first set point. And there's only one set point left for Kcca. Good pick from Damali. The setter goes to Shamim. Oh, this time she sends the dump. It doesn't work. It's a free ball. Grace going for a swing. The setter now going to Eunice. Oh, she is blocked. Shut down. And that is what Kcb is all about. Like I mentioned, they are going to bring on that net defense. And we are going to 26, ladies and gentlemen. 24-24 right now. Kcb saves both set points. And now they're having the upper hand because they're having the service. And Kcca needs to find a way to score. That is an ace service for Kcb. They are going to enjoy that one. Kcca now, I think so much going through the minds of the players. They need to be able to find a way to score because it's now a set point for Kcb-Nkumba. Shamim making a good pick. The setter going to a team, and she gets that point. Kcca now saving the set point as well. Beautiful play. Now Shamim is going into the service box, and Maggie is on the front court. But Shamim is also an aggressive server for the side of Kcca. So substitution for Kcca, bringing on Nekesa. Nekesa is a player for Bukedia Comprehensive School, and this is the first time she's being introduced in this season in this team for Kcca. This is the first time we are going to see her, and I can't tell what the strategy is. It could be block or it could be attack because she's a very aggressive attacker. We tend to see her in her games playing for her school. She's a very aggressive player, and I think maybe that is a strategy for attack that the coach is probably expecting a free ball from the Kcb side, and that the young lady is there for the defense and for the attack as well. I want to see what she's going to be able to do. Just one moment of it calling a substitution. Kcb now confused about their positions as players, and I think it should be easy because the person who last served should be able to know that I am from service, so I am in position 1, and when you get that one position you should be able to know the other positions, and it's very clear Grace was from service, so the setter is in position 6. Yeah, but I don't understand how they would forget their positions in just a moment. I think that also shows the sort of confusion they are in this moment, in this set. Tough pick. Ball is picked, and Joan is going to go to the young girl. She misses it. Like I mentioned, it's the first time she's being introduced in this game, and it was a strategy for attack, and they got that free ball. The setter goes to her, but she doesn't get it. She misses that ball on that attack. That substitution being reversed for Kcca. Maggie, good pick. Big swing from Eunice. She gets the hands, and there's a net fall from Kcb side. She did get the hands on that attack. Kcca now getting the set point. It's just exciting. I told you this game was still on. It's just going back and forth. And now Grace is on the front court. She's in the middle and she has not been substituted out. Service. Oh, it's an overpass. Agnes sends it back. Grace going for the swing overhead pass. The setter choosing to go to Maggie. Big swing. Ball is kept alive. That is Grace. Grace going for a big swing down the line. Shamim is there waiting, but Maggie is unable to send it over. It's just exciting volleyball that we are watching here. Dennis Kalanzi online saying, let's go Kcca. And we saw Brenda as well saying, let's go KCB. Ladies and gentlemen, the game is beautiful. It's just, the set is not, no one is giving up this set. Shamim, tough pick. The setter goes to Maggie. Big swing! Oh, the ball is out. I thought there was a touch on the block there, but that seems to have gone out, and KCB really enjoying that one. Another error from KCB. We are now sitting at 28-28. Jennifer serves that ball out. I'm just really enjoying how this set is going. At this point, you don't know who is going to take it away, because both teams are trying to control their errors. Both teams are dying on that court, making those great defenses. Oh, good pick from Grace. The setter. It's a free ball. Maggie picks it up. Joan goes to Agnes in the middle. Oh, that is not kept alive. It is set point once again for Kcca. Service, good pick. Setter goes to Habiba. Habiba goes for the dab. This time the libero is there. Setter going to Joan through the middle, and that ball goes out. We are still in this game. 29-29. Now KCB is having the upper hand. Maggie, Damali, good pick. The setter chooses to go to Eunice on the backcourt. Habiba sends that ball back. This time going to Agnes. It's a free ball. Habiba can only send it back. The setter goes to Maggie, and Maggie gets that point this time. She's having that one block, and she goes cross-court. Now, the advantage Kcca is having in this moment is that Maggie is going into the service box, and we know her as a very strategic server, very patient in that service box. So that is the advantage that Kcca is having right now over KCB, and I think KCB also knows that very well. But the catch is quite good. The setter sends that ball to Grace. Big swing. Maggie there in cover. Shamim, does she end it? No. Ball is still kept alive. Oh, Grace sending back a free ball overhead. Shamim again. Big swing, and Kcca finally takes this set. It's really been long. Instead of ending at 25, we are ending at 31. And I think both sides really enjoyed and put up a good fight. But having Shamim there, an aggressive attacker, is what has given Kcca this set. She is going to go hard, and she does. And Kcca finally takes it away. But I think KCB will be looking so much, having a lot to talk about in this little time as they wait for the second set, because they started well and had that big lead. But as we can see the stats here, Kcca getting five ace services in just one set. But having both opponents having made so many errors, and I think both sides will be looking to minimize those errors. And also getting more attacks and more services, but of course KCB having more blocks, because the block is what they are all about. The block net defense is their strength, and I think they're going to see how to step that up as well, especially against out immediately for KCB. And that is what they need to be looking at, especially having lost that first set the way they lost it. She'll be looking to be more aggressive. So the coach has decided to put Scovia in the middle, although personally I was thinking maybe Jennifer could go through the middle and Scovia goes normally as an opposite. I think it would be the same thing as well, because anyway, let's see how that will play out for the KCB side. But they get that ace service. And Scovia did well putting Kcca under service pressure, and that allowed KCB to actually get to catch up. As Now calling a position foul on Kcca. The referee says another good service from Shamim. It's well received. Habiba struggling to send that one over. This time better set, and that is a good swing. She gets that block out. It's a good pick. Eunice going hard. The setter now going to the middle to Atim, but Grace sits in that ball. Habiba trying to send it over with a swing. Backcourt. Oh, it's an error from Grace, but Atim is just on that net waiting for her. Kcca pushing their lead now to 2 points, but it's still a very early game. Still a very, very early game. And Agnes now coming onto the front court. Big advantages for Kcca. Service, good pick from Grace. The setter struggling a little with that one. Ball is kept alive. Maggie, another big swing from her. Just a little too much on it for Mirembe to keep in play. We saw Mirembe putting up a beautiful performance. We saw putting up a good performance against Sporters last time. The last time they were here playing, and today she's seemingly not having a good day, but I think she will catch up. Substitution has been made. Auma has come on, but Najuma is the libero, and she's not yet gotten into her game yet. We saw a little bit of a struggle, but I think she's really doing a good job for her team as well. Big swing, this time again from Habiba, and she gets the side out off the block. It's a block out. She's having very good blockers on the net there. She's having Agnes, she's having Eunice. Oh, service error from Kcb. That is from Habiba. She doesn't put that ball on court. And Kcca again extending their lead back to 3 points. Setter coming onto the front court. And we see Eunice going into that service box as she also really put some service pressure on Kcb in the first set. Good pick from Grace. Of course, the setter will go to her. Wonderful cross-court attack. Kcca doesn't quite get that one. The libero went quite a little far, and Maggie in position there misses it. And it's a wonderful swing from Grace. I think we are going to see big changes and improvement on the Kcb side, especially with that change coming in, that substitution of the setter. Once again, a position foul being called on the Kcca setter. I think she's moving a little bit earlier than she should, and Kcca will not want to see those errors, because those are 2 free points that are being given away to Kcb, and now closing their gap to 1 point. It's another good service. Maggie bringing on the big swings, but that is kept alive. Oh, and it's an error from Scovia as she tries to set that ball. That ball just goes out, and Kcca gets that side out. Very much needed side out for them. Kcca continuing to push their lead and now extending it to 5 points in the set. Kcb really struggling with the passing. Maggie has become a problem for them in that service box. And now substitution has been made, changes. Grace has come on, and Grace has come on for Grace. Adong Grace is now off court. It's a free ball, good pick through the middle. It's a dump from Agnes, and she gets that point. Kcca once again extending their lead now to 6 points. Maggie being a nuisance for Kcb in that service box. And of course, Scovia struggling to block Agnes on the net in the middle there. It's another good service from Maggie, but it's not an ace service. It's kept alive. It's a free ball. The setter going to Agnes again. It's a little low for her. She doesn't play. It's another free ball going to Shamim this time. Down the line, a wonderful swing from her. And she takes advantage of the fact that she's having Auma on the net blocking her. And she swings big time down the line. She gets that point. I think Kcca is looking very, very good to take this set, because now they're having a 7-point lead and they're extending into the most crucial moments of the set, while Kcb still sits at 8 points. Good service run from Maggie. Scovia this time, big swing, but the libero is just sitting in that position. Shamim again, big swing off the hands. There's been a switch there. Grace going onto the outside and Auma going to block in the middle, but that doesn't help. Shamim still comes in with that big swing, and she knows that the block has changed, and she tries to go cross court, but gets that block touch off the hands of Auma, the setter. Maggie continuing to maintain herself in that service box. It's a dump, but Shamim is there waiting. The setter goes to Akanyo through the middle. And again, I think the setter is now looking at that side. Auma going into the middle, trying to push Grace. The block is a little bit disorganized on the Kcb side, and Kcca just takes advantage of that. Coach Tony now calling the first time out. Kcca is sitting at 17 points and Kcb at 8 points. I think Kcca really is looking very good to take this set. Kcb has nothing they can do at this moment, because they're struggling to catch up to break Maggie's service, and they're struggling to score on even when the pass is good. So the setter needs to think and find a player that can get her that point. Maggie again keeping that service on court. The setter going to Scovia, blocked. Oh, she is shut down, and Kcca also makes that switch. Aggie going onto the outside, and I think Scovia didn't quite catch that. The setter was blocking in the middle, and Agnes was blocking on the outside, and she just shuts her down. And Kcca again extending their lead. It's a 10-point lead. It's possible to actually catch up for Kcb. Ladies' games are usually surprising. So I think it's going to be another free ball for Kcca. This time it's picked by Agnes. But now Kcb finally getting a chance to score as well. Scovia! This time, big swing from her. She really wanted to end that run for Kcca, and it's a beautiful attack that she brings in. She just sends it down there, and Shamim is caught a little bit off guard, but that's a beautiful play from her, and it's been a great service run from Maggie. Auma now in the service box. It's a tough pick, but Shamim is there. Shut down. Jennifer is there and brings her down with Scovia. Beautiful block. And Jennifer chooses to stay in the middle and play her position. And you can see she watches that closely and shuts Shamim down. It's a good pick from Maggie. The setter going for a backcourt on Eunice. Beautiful attack, but that is out. Kcb pushing, now closing the gap to 7 points. Kcca needs to be able to side out quickly because like I mentioned, ladies games are very tricky, and Kcb is so good on the net defense. If they're getting those services in, they can't be able to defend. But Kcca now calling their first time out of this set, still with that 7-point range. I think Coach Eddie doesn't want to take chances here. He wants to be able to take this set as comfortably as possible. Ball is kept alive. Damali getting into that setting position. Small touch from... Oh, big play. Eunice trying to go soft there, but Jennifer is on the net and she's waiting for that ball. It's an overpass from Damali and Jennifer just sends it back down. Really, Kcb is pushing themselves now, closing that 10-point gap, and Kcb is now showing them that they're still in this game and that a 10-point lead is nothing to them, and they've now closed it to 5 points. Substitution coming in for Kcca. Eunice has gone out, and now we are having, it's a double substitution. Supernatural has come on with Olive as well. Big swing! Agnes through the middle gets her team that's much needed side out because Kcb had really seemingly pushed them to their limit, trying to catch up and close that gap. But Aggie goes high up and sends that ball off the hands of the block. A little too much on it for the block to contain it. And now she's going into that service box. And like I mentioned, she's that server that will risk it and paste that ball. It's a good serve, but Grace picks it. Oh! An overpass. Shamim is just there on the net waiting for it and sends it back down. Very good play. And the setter being backcourt, there's just nothing she can do about it. Oh, that ball seemed to have been going out, and Najuma doesn't read it quite well. And that is an ace service for Kcca. This time, one ace service for Agnes, and the third ace service for Kcca in this set. I think it's the third anyway. We shall see on the stats later on. But they've had quite a few this set. Oh, second ace service for Agnes. Very lucky serve. That ball touches the belt and goes onto the side of Kcca, of Kcb. Very lucky serve for her. But it's a point for Kcca, and they take it. Looking for 3 now to take this set as well. It's a good service, trying to keep it on. Scovia, but that's a beautiful block touch. The setter goes to Shamim, but she will be called a double touch on that ball. It's her first set in this set that she has come on. I think just trying to get momentum. But Kcb still has a chance, and Grace going into the service box. She's a good server, very strategic. Although we hadn't seen her in action in a few games, but I think she wanted to be there today. And that's an error. It's an error. It's the first time I've seen her serve since the start of this game. So she doesn't send it over. Double substitution now being reversed. We shall be seeing Eunice getting back on and Joan as well, and Supernacho and Olive also getting back out. Good service from Scovia. Kcb getting a free ball. Oh, the setter tries to go to Jennifer in the middle, but Nancy just sends it back to the side of Kcca. And Kcca needs to think about these scores very clearly, because in the first set they were sitting at the same scores, but they failed to break and take the set easily. And Kcb is that team that will fight till the last minute. Big swing from our team. Ball is kept alive. The setter will go to Scovia. Shut down! Our team is waiting for her on the net. I think Scovia didn't quite expect that block, but that's a beautiful play from our team. She waits for her. She knows that ball is going behind and just brings her down. It is set point for Kcca. Oh, Nancy goes for the dump. The setter will go to Eunice. She is shut down. I think Eunice has really struggled to score against the Kcb block this game. She's not made points so far. She's really struggling to get through. And we can see there's been a change. The young girl, Nekesa, has been given a chance once more to play for her team.
Hold.
And I think the service just came in a little early, but Kcca is still on set point, and Jennifer serving. She tries to go to Nekesa again, but that's an error from her, and Kcca taking this second set away as well. They've taken this more easily than they took the first one, and I think that's going to push their momentum to take away the third as well. But that's been a wonderful play for them in this set. Well done. And KCB is struggling so much on the passing, especially when Maggie came in with that service. She really put some big service pressure on them, and that's giving Coach Tony something to think about in terms of passing on his side. Because right now, KCB is struggling to play on the offense. The defense is okay, but the offense is really not working. And I think that is something they need to push themselves to work on. And we can see Kcca really enjoyed this set, uh, bringing down their opponent errors to 4. Sorry, bringing down their errors to 4, and KCB as well, reducing their errors. But those attacks and services from Kcca are what's given them this set. The services, again, being 5. Those are 10 ace services for Kcca in just 2 sets. And I think we'll be seeing more, especially with how they are risking their services. But KCB needs to do so much more on their passing and on their defense. And I think maybe we could see some improvement on their side in the third set. That is something they need to think about, really. But I think it's still an exciting game, and I'm looking forward to the third set. And online, I see Karunji Irene saying whatever is wrong with KCB. I think KCB is just really struggling to connect, especially not having their 2 players, most crucial players on the team, Hadija, the setter, and Hadija, the attacker. The 2 sisters having been off the team for a while. KCB is really struggling to play, to connect with the players that they're having now. But I think that is something that Coach Tony will work on later. And KCCA, of course, taking the set. Coach Sharon saying, keep pushing. The game is still on, so let's wait and see how the third set could go. Could KCCA take it away 3-0? Let's just wait and see.
Vai fazer o som para sábado.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the third set is underway. Kcca taking the lead. They have a 3-point lead. They've started well. And Habiba doing her signature dump there, but Kcca reading it well. This time she goes very big, but that is kept alive. Joan decides to keep that ball on her side and goes for the set. But Agnes's hands are a little too high, and she gets that point. And I tell you, this game is still going to be interesting. It's still very early. Kcca having a 4-point lead. It's the third set, and I think Kcb knows they want to take it away. They've made changes again in this set as well. We see that the setter that started, Odarmat, hasn't started this set, and Awuma is the starting setter. We see Grace is on. We see Scovia is on, and we see Jennifer is playing her usual position, the middle. And I think that that is what Coach Tony is. Those are the changes he's looking for to be able to find ways to make points, really. Shamim comes in with that big swing down the line. You can see she knows she's having Awuma on the block and goes after her. And she's able to get that point. Kcca now extending their lead to 4 points once again at 9 points and 5 for Kcb. Agnes going very hard on that service. Scovia, it's an overpass. A team is on the net waiting for it. She blocks it down. Kcca started well. We saw several blocks at the start of this set, and they are maintaining it. They are now using Kcb's strength against them. And Kcb calling a very early timeout, their first timeout of this set.
Older than him, but he's 1 year older than me. He was born in 2001. That's what, 23? He will look older than me. Yeah. Hey, last time our dad. Hey. Hey. Hope you get sick. I want to see how you look like. It's just that here, though. My father and dad.
Good service from Kcb, but Maggie just gets a good catch. Shamim, once again, off the hands of a woman on the net. She's really frustrating her on that block. She's going towards her every chance that she gets. And Scovia being the other middle player. I don't know, I think I'm confusing you guys who are watching online as well. I thought Jennifer was back in the middle, but she is currently not. She's playing as an opposite, but she's been blocking in the middle when she's on the front court. Big swing from Grace. I think she just sends that right from her heart as she wants to get that break. It's a beautiful attack. Take a look at that. It's sort of off net, but she goes really, really hard on it, and the block doesn't even get a touch. I think that shows how much this means to her. In fact, I think, guys, I am getting confused with the lineup of the KCB side. Forgive me, but when you look at it, Jennifer is actually playing in the middle with Scovia, and we are having Bridget playing as the opposite, and then we are having Habiba and Grace playing as the receiver attackers. So I think I've got it right this time. Big swing from Maggie. She covers herself. Shamim sends that ball overhead. It's a free ball, not well picked. Bridget goes hard. Maggie off system, but she still sends it very hard, and she finds that space off the hands of the block on KCB, and there's that space behind. But look at the scores for Kcca. They're now at 13 points, and that's a 6-point lead for them. And this is what they did in the second set as well, frustrating KCB with the service and also with that side out on the free balls that they are receiving. KCB is struggling to get their net defense to work, and I've mentioned that is their greatest strength, and if they struggle with it, they are unable to push their team. Tough pick. Ball is, I was going to say ball is kept alive, but Awuma makes that slight touch and Bridget doesn't send it over. That's an error from KCB. Oh, it's just really getting good for Kcca and a little too much for KCB. I think at this moment, Coach Tony is looking for, he's tried several options, but Kcca is still just pushing the team. It's a tough pick there for Habiba. Bridget tries to go hard. I thought that ball seemed to be on from here, from this angle, but the referee calls it outside. I think we'll take a look again. Oh, that seems to be inside. That ball is on court, actually. But yes, it is on court. The referee just doesn't quite see it well. But that's an attack from Bridget, and it's definitely on court. Adupa Ronald saying online that KCB should better not give up. And of course, JJ, thank you for watching online. JJ says, thank you, Sport S Media. Thank you for watching and staying on with us, and thanks for that support. Good pick from Grace. Adong Grace gets that swing cross court, and she's able to get KCB that much needed side out. Closing that, they're now going to try to close that gap because it's a gap of 7 points. It's a service error from Grace for KCB, and you really don't want your team serving and getting in service errors right now. And as this Sharon said earlier when Kcca was in the second set, that these girls want to send me to labor. Yeah, we get you, Sharon, especially when you're watching online and you can't be here physically to watch this game. That's a good play from Habiba, but it's a better play from Shamim on that defense. But this time she makes an error as she tries to attack that backcourt very hard and gives KCB that side out. Still chasing 7 points, but Scovia is going into that service box, and we've seen her doing well on the services. Kcb had made a substitution and Grace had come on, but we see Jennifer is staying out, and Grace is going to play on the front court. Bridget coming in with that big swing, blocked. Habiba, big swing. It's kept alive. Kcca is making good touches on the net. Maggie, beautiful swing down the line, and she gets that wonderful point for her side. I tell you, Maggie has really played so well today. She's attacking so hard, and the setter is continuously trusting her to get her those side outs. She's going hard. She's not sending soft balls onto the other side. She doesn't want that ball to get back to her side. Big block from Joan and Agnes on the net there against Habiba. Take a look at that. They wait for her, and as she tries to go to the diagonal, she just finds Agnes waiting for her and shuts her down quickly. 18 points for Kcca and 10 for Kcb. It's a good pick. Grace going in with that big swing, but the libero is just sitting there. The setter goes to Agnes, and Agnes chooses to go for the dump, and she gets that point. Scovia is unable to get there in the defense on time. And I still question why the coach chose to keep Jennifer outside. But I think he wants to get the passing in from Grace. But then that reduces his chances on the side outs and the net defense. It's a good pick. The setter tries to go to Habiba behind. It's a dump, but that ball is kept alive. Shamim off system. I think Joan will be looking to correct that set, and she does, but the block is there. And now this time she sends back a dump. Ball is still kept alive. This time she goes to Agnes through the middle, but that isn't kept alive. It's an error. And Kcb has that side out. Oh, it's an ace service from Habiba. Good play, getting that ace service, closing the gap now to 7 points. And I think this is where it tends to get very difficult for Kcca. They need to see how they can push themselves and continue to win if they want to win comfortably. But I think Kcb has still got it in them to be able to take away this set. It's a free ball. Setter sending that to Grace. Big swing. She is shut down. Block. She's blocked, but that is kept alive. It's another block from Agnes, and now Kcca will get that free ball, but the setter takes it. Agnes sets Shamim. It's another free ball. This time it's well picked. The setter will go to Shamim. Oh, big swing, but Nancy is there on the defense, but that is not kept alive. They call a net fault on Kcca's side. Kcb now closing that gap to 6 points. It's not over until it's over, guys. I don't see a net fault there for Kcca. It seemed to be the ball that touched the net as it went down, but I think that the referee says that it was a net fault. Of course, Kcca calling that timeout. Like I mentioned, Coach Eddie wants to win comfortably, and with Kcca still having a 6-point lead, they need that timeout. They need to see how they can be able to side out and maybe hit that 20-point mark and push themselves, because they only need 6 points to take this set. Good pick from Damali. The setter going to Shamim. She is blocked, but that is kept alive. Maggie will set her up again. Habiba watching closely on the dump. Grace swings hard, but that is an error. That ball did not go over onto the other side, and that gives Kcca a very much needed side out. A substitution for KCB, of course, Dina coming back on court since the first set. This is the first time she's back since the first set, and Grace has been taken off. Oh, Nancy tries to go for that swing. I think there's a little bit of miscommunication between her and Scovia, and she doesn't send that ball over. It just goes down in the net. I think she thought someone was coming for it behind her, and she doesn't send it back. I see Okello David saying, I wish KCB setters could have some little sets for the middle, and then their game would have been so much interesting. But I think KCB has really not put any balls in the middle, and the setters are struggling to do that. We saw Auma trying, but the sets were a little short and low for her middles, and I think since then she just decided to go to her outside attackers. KCCA doing a double substitution, Olive and Supernatural coming on. 23-13. Good service, ace service from Agnes to bring us to match point for KCCA. I think at this point this could go away 3-0, and with KCCA sitting at 24 and KCB at 13, it's really tough for KCB. It's been a tough evening for them. Service reception has been hard. The passing has not worked out for them. Oh, but that's a service error from Agnes, and that saves the first match point for KCB. Substitution, Sandra coming on for a team on this set point, on this match point. It's a good serve. Back set for Supernatural, doesn't quite get it. It's a little tight and she doesn't get it. And I think that is the setter trying to look for her and see how she can get that last point. But It's usually not over until it's over, guys. But I feel Kcca is going to take this set. But anyway, let's wait and see. Service, tough pick for Shamim. The setter again goes to Spanacho. She's blocked, but that is kept alive. Going to her again. It's a free ball. Big swing from Scovia, cross court, and Shamim thought that was going out, but it is on court. Wonderful attack from her. Service, tough pick. Kcca really struggling. Oh, big swing, and Supernatural takes it. Kcca has taken this game 3-0, and I think they've really enjoyed themselves in the last two sets with that struggling start that they had in the first set. And I think KCB really had some big hopes starting this game, but it's not worked out for them, and that's going to give Coach Tony a lot to think about, having two consecutive losses. One last week against Sporters 3-0, and now losing three more points against Kcca. And I think KCB is really going to be thinking so much about that, because they've dropped 7 points so far this season, dropping one against VVC, and now dropping these 6 points against Kcca and Sporters. And of course, Kcca winning this game, taking away 3 points, that keeps them on top of the table. And I think it's been a wonderful game. Of course, Coach Sharon, thank you for watching as well. I think Kcca has really done a good job today. They fought. They knew they had to really play against that very good block of KCB, and they were able to do it. They did very good services. But look at that set. Kcca has 5 blocks, and KCB didn't get any block. That's what I was telling you. Their game plan didn't work for them. It's usually about the net defense, and that didn't work this set at all, with 0 blocks and 11 errors. Too many errors for a team that is trying to push themselves. And it's been a wonderful game, ladies and gentlemen, and of course congratulations to Kcca and hard luck to KCB. Up next, we are going to have Sportsmen versus UCU. It's a very exciting game. We are going to enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. So those who have been watching with me this game, thank you so much for being online with me. And of course, we are going into that second game, Sporters versus UCU. Please stay on, keep supporting, and don't go away. We shall be back in just a moment. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, congratulations to Team Kcca and hard luck to KCB.
Yo. Yes.